Hey Jason, Jessica Peterson here. I spoke with Harper earlier and she felt you would be the best one to see this video and accepted it on your behalf. And I'm super excited she did because I'm going to show you 3 strategies you can start applying right away, and it's going to make a huge difference for your business. Right now you have 0 traffic coming to your website, and that means you're missing 60 to 70% of the available jobs every single month by not having these strategies in place. So we're going to go over 3 main things that you can start using right away. And I know that this works because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies around the US. And it has made a huge success for those businesses as well. So please feel free to take this information, run with it, and start using it today. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in this, feel free to reach out to me for that as well. At Peterson SEO, this is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys, okay? So today we're focusing on 3 main things. We're talking about content, citations, and backlinks. So we are on your website. It does have a nice appearance. I do like that you have click to call button here. It would be even better if you had also a form up top. Between the click to call and the forms, when people do finally get to your website, you want them to convert, and those 2 will help you do that. Now, I did notice that you have a single page website, and this is almost 100% the issue that you're having. So when it comes to ranking websites on Google, it's not based on appearance. It is based on content, and we need a lot of content. And content can come in many forms. It could be videos. It could be images. So let me look at this image here. Save as. We'll make sure all images are optimized. If we look here, it says example 5. So that is not optimized. We need each photo on your website to be optimized with the local keywords. We have to focus on local keywords because people do not search by your brand name, because 99% of the time they don't know who you are yet. So they're searching by the service that they need, and especially in an emergency, okay? So you have to focus on local keywords. And whether you want to do that in Fair Oaks or you're doing that in Sacramento, whichever main location you want to focus on, but you have to go after those local keywords. And that same goes for the written text, okay? We need all the written text to have local keywords. The homepage is the most important page of the website because it ties all your other pages together. And so it does need to have a summary of each of your major services focused around keywords such as Sacramento water damage restoration Sacramento, okay? People search differently for the same thing, and there's oftentimes multiple variations, so capitalize on that so you can drive as much traffic as you can, okay? And then when it comes to the written portion, you need to have at least 1,500 words of content or more on this homepage. Because we're competing against your competition, we always have to do better than whatever they're doing. And when it comes to the content, if they have 1,500 words of content, you're going to need more. So you're going to have to get 1,800, 2,000 words, okay? And you need to build that around those services, and then make sure you have a different page for all your major services and for each of your service areas. That's going to allow you to have the right type of content and keywords to be found for your services where you perform them, okay? Because Google sends crawlers, which are like mini robots, to your website, and it scans all your images, all of this written text, and is looking for information about your business, the type of services you offer, and where you offer them. And so when you don't have the proper type of content and keyword strategy, Google doesn't understand your business, and if they don't understand your business, how can they possibly send you customers to your website, right? Okay, so let's look at what your top competitor is doing for water damage in Sacramento. And we have ServPro. And yes, they're a franchise, but they're also beatable. Franchisees have their hands tied. They're not allowed to do many modifications to this. So you actually have an advantage. All you have to do is better than what they're doing. So that means more content. Focus on those local keywords. You might need more pages, write blog articles, long form blogs. All of those are different ways to add more content to your website. And the more content you have, the more keywords get indexed, and the more opportunity for customers to find your website. Now, we know when your customers do a search, they'll do a term something like this, right? And we want your website to be showing up when they do that. And there's 3 different spots on the first page of Google that your website has the opportunity to have a good position in. The first are always going to be ads, and those are cost per click ads as well as local service ads. And these can be extremely beneficial and lucrative as long as you have that foundation set up correctly. But if not, the ROI is going to be really, really poor, and we should focus on the other 2 areas that get majority of the website traffic. So this section is your map pack, okay? This is where your Google business profile is, and it needs to be in this top 3 here, because 30% of people come straight to the maps and don't go anywhere else. So if you're not one of these top 3 companies, they're not calling you. You're leaving money on the table, and you're sending those jobs to your competitors. So to get in this position here, you have to optimize your profile and get a bunch of citations. More citations than your competition. And citations are simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yelp, the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Houzz, Angie's List. All of those are citations. You need more of those than your competitors, okay? Each one sends signals to Google, again telling them about your business, your services, and where you serve them. All right, and then this third section here is the most important section. This is the organic section. This is where 60 to 70% of people come when they're doing a search. They will skip over the ads, they'll skip over the maps, and they come right here. So your business website needs to show up here when somebody's doing a search. And if not, you're leaving and losing 60 to 70% of your jobs every single month by not having a listing in the organic section. So in order for your website to show up here, it all comes back to the foundation of the website being properly built and optimized with the right content and keyword strategy. And then you have to support that with a backlink SEO strategy. So if we look here, this is a paid program we use that tells us how your website performs. And we can see here you have a rating of a 0.2 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, meaning Google does not trust your website. And that is partly because of the quality of the website, but more so the power you're sending to your website, okay? We send power to our website with backlinks, but it's important to understand that not all backlinks are good backlinks. They're not created equal. You don't want to go after a bunch of spammy, junky backlinks that are hurting you. So right now you have 192 with a 0.2 score. That says that majority of these backlinks are spam and are actually hurting you. The fact that you only have 12 referring domains means you have 180 spammy links, okay? So we have to go after only the good quality links that are mostly related to our services. Do follow links from other home service business websites, vendors, magazines, etc. So we need a lot of those. We need more than our competitors. And then when you get those good quality links, the score is going to increase, the authority is going to go up, Google's going to start ranking you higher, and it's going to help you rank those keywords, okay? You have actually been indexed for 15 keywords, but you have 0 traffic coming to your website. And if we look at your keywords, you have 1 keyword at the very bottom of the first page. And so you're not getting any traffic with 10 volume. Okay, so we definitely have to focus on your local keyword strategy so that you can be ranking and people are finding you for your services in all the areas that you serve. When we look at your competitor, they have a poor rating for their location area, but because their website as a whole is so powerful, it actually pushes power back to these pages, which allows this one location with 34 keywords get over 130 people to their website. That's just for that one location. Okay? And when you look at those keywords, they are ranking for the money local keywords. Okay? And they are in the top positions, which is what's driving their traffic. So again, yes, you can absolutely beat SERVPRO or any of your competitors for that matter. But you do have to follow the strategies I've just provided you today. And when you do, you have the ability to dominate in your area. So please feel free to take this information, run with it, start today, start driving that traffic, and helping more people in your community. But if you'd rather let somebody else take care of it so you can focus on what you do best, give us a call, because at Peterson SEO, this is what we specialize in. We specialize in working with restoration companies just like you. So feel free to reach out, ask any questions that you might have, respond to my email, give us a call, and we would be happy to chat. And I'd also love to get your feedback on this video so I can continue to improve. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.